Greetings, everyone. Welcome to my sketchbook. Well, uh, this is going to be kind of a strange thing. So, I bought this thing, which is a Kinder Surprise egg. It has uh, some sort of little toy on the inside. It's from Playmobil. It's going to be DC related. And I got this as like just a little treat of sorts. Now, this isn't available everywhere in the world, of course. We'll see what happens here. We're going to open this up. So it's like a chocolatey treat. Sort of tolerable. And here we have this little capsule that has something on the inside of it. Well, let's open it up. Wow. Um, just from looking at that, I'm going to assume that this is some super duper character. Maybe Black Adam, let's say. Should be pretty easy to assemble. What's this about? It has kind of like a slot on its back. How does this go together? Okay, well, it fits together just like that, and then remove the head. No, okay. That's what I get. See, I'm one of those people that sometimes I just don't look at instructions, and maybe that's what I need to do with this thing. Oh, come on. I guess maybe the head. No, the head doesn't just pop right off. Shame on me. Maybe that's already kind of pre-bent. Well, this isn't going as elegant as I want it to. Okay, so there's that. And pants go on. This must be something that allows you to set up a stand, maybe? I'm going to look at the instructions now, and maybe it'll say what's going on. Okay, so we can move its arms. And well, I don't know what that's supposed to be. I guess you can go to the website and yeah, I have no idea what that's supposed to be. That's very exciting. Well, anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw this thing. Again, kind of assuming that's Black Adam, but I don't know what this is for. And maybe it's a, like I said, maybe it's a way to get it to stand on something, or yeah, I have no idea what that is. Anyway, so that's a weird little treat of the inkwell here. And let's see if we can figure something out here. I have an angry looking character. So, the two circles for eyes, I think, to start. Let's zoom in on that. Right there. We have no nose, which is a nice touch. A little mouth. And eyebrows that do something like this. Some pretty cool hair. Oh yeah. And if this isn't Black Adam, then I don't know who that is. But I'm going to assume that's who it is. It's quite the mop of hair. And maybe after I'm done with this, maybe I'll look up whatever this thing is supposed to be and what it's supposed to do and what that is for back there. Actually, does it say? Why that doesn't fit together so nicely, I don't know either. You think that would kind of like lock in way better. Maybe it's like a anti-choke thing. Oh, you know what? Look at that. So through the head here, no, it's not a whistle. I actually was, that's funny. I actually tried to blow through that like that was going to make a difference. Shame on me. Yep, no idea what that's supposed to be. Maybe it's, yeah. So if you swallow it, no, I have no idea what that is. No idea. Hmm. Well, Playmobil is kind of fun. I mean, it's not the same as Lego. Um, Somewhere around here, I have like a Back to the Future Playmobil set that has like Doc and Marty. Uh, doesn't have a DeLorean, but I think it has the skateboard and maybe, well, not the skateboard. What do they call that thing now? The hoverboard. So I think it comes with a hoverboard and guitar. So somewhere that is around. Now, I'm hoping that this is a lightning bolt. I can't really tell. It's got all this blotchiness going on all over it. Whatever's going on here, this is not exactly my all-time favorite whatever thing. Scratching stuff out. I'm not really trying to be super accurate with it because I'm going to hide this thing in a moment. And I'm just going to draw my own version of this because that's what I like to do. So that's what I drew here. This is whatever that's supposed to be. But now, we're not using this anymore. I'm going to change a couple of things out with it, I think. Go back to the eyes, though. And what I want to do is maybe change the face just a little bit. Now, Playmobil has a lot of pop culture kind of things. So you can actually get like some retro stuff like Magnum PI. Um, well, I guess you can get the Ghostbusters too, which is kind of neat. So I don't know if they have like special deals with those companies. The A Team. So there's some retro kind of cool stuff that they do. Um, yeah, no, I don't really don't know everything that they're up to. I believe they actually had a Playmobil movie not that long ago as well. I didn't see it, but I feel like I saw an advertisement for it. Now, what if this Black Adam character, if that's who it is, I just feel like that's what it might be. We're just gonna change the helmety hair just a little bit. ears. Hmm. I wonder if like Rocky is available. I don't know if I've seen that or not. Okay. Now, as far as how the cape goes here, let's have that still kind of hide over the shoulder. Uh, Movies were actually kind of fun. SHAZAM is what I'm getting at, more so than the Black Adam movie with The Rock, which was an unusual movie. It kind of made me sad a little bit too. You know, you're watching it and you're trying to figure out if there's a bad guy, why he is the way that he is. If, you know, he's a bad guy, where did this power come from? Um, you know, I think we like our heroes to have origin stories, so that's kind of a fun thing. The Black Adam movie with The Rock. I wasn't sure if they were going to try to make like a few movies and then somehow attach it to the Justice League. And stuff kind of happened with that world. So, you know, at that point we had kind of a Justice League movie. We had uh, Henry Cavill as Superman, Ben Affleck as Batman, and Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. And they weren't too bad, but I don't know if they were aiming at making um, well, like an Injustice kind of movie with those. You know, like where they're not perfectly kid friendly. Um, which is kind of too bad in a way, but so I don't know how many of you have ever watched the let's say Warner Brothers animation stuff. So like Wonder Woman in the Warner Brothers animation world, pretty violent cartoon. So it's not like watching Teen Titans, uh, which I guess you can, depending on where you are, you can see that on Netflix. But yeah, no, Wonder Woman, there's a few of those. Constantine, and so they're a little more non-kid friendly. Of course, they do have like regular cartoons as well and stuff, but cartoons originally were not really meant for kids. They were kind of more like, well, same with like what you'd see in the newspaper. Uh, Kids generally don't buy newspapers. Well, even back in the day, they weren't really into buying newspapers. So the funnies were a way of, let's say, reflecting back to the reader uh, things of their time. So Beetle Bailey was a pretty popular cartoon, and same with like Blondie, which more or less about a relationship between this Dagwood guy and his spouse. So, time and place kind of stuff. But as far as how cartoons went, um, they weren't really meant for kids. Like if you watched some of the Hanna-Barbera stuff, or even like yeah, the Chuck Jones, um, Looney Tunes, they often had like an adult theme to them as well. Now, I already kind of set up something here, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to figure out the elbow there a little bit. We don't really have the means by which to point fingers, though. I don't have thumbs, which is too bad. Okay, that's not really the most helpful thing that I just did there, but that's all right. We don't have elbows in the original thing as well, which I set off to one side. I'm saving the cape kind of for last. Now, I'm not sure if this is supposed to be the, you know, the briefs of the superhero or the belt. I'm treating it more like a belt, but I think it's probably supposed to be like, you know, it's really fancy underwear of some kind, which I think is hilarious. This kind of back here just a little bit, but not perfectly. I'll have this leg kind of a little more straightened out. I hope you didn't get to see what I did there. For some reason, I don't really pay attention to the camera as much, which is not really super beneficial, I'm afraid. But I don't always. Let's just kind of play around with this anyway. I have a pretend knee, then the boot. Angle that foot just a little bit, like as if we're doing some stuff. So again, I don't know if this is supposed to be the Black Adam, the Dark SHAZAM. What I'm going to do just for fun, because I can kind of do whatever I feel like doing, I suppose. I'm going to bring out this marker and I'm going to try not to hit too much of the dark lines. I'm just going to throw in a little bit of yellow. I could have used the bunny pen actually, that would have worked. The gel doesn't really loosen this stuff up, the ink. Okay, next, grab a cup here with some water in it. Grab a detailing brush. I'm going to make a little mess. I feel bad that that thing is sitting there because I just scratched that out just to kind of put it in my muscle memory, I guess. Just something fun to do. What I'm doing now is I'm moving around some of the ink. So it's not like a true gouache technique, but it's a way to add shadow and smooth out some of the detail. It's a way to blend, and it's convenient to fill in things in a slightly more solid way rather than just see all those little lines all over the place. You still have to be kind of mindful when you do this because it is water, and water can run on you like little driplets and just sort of fall. So yeah, well, that Kinder Egg thing, how interesting. You get a little toy, you get a little chocolatey treat thing, and hopefully you get something that you can, well, you think is fun. I don't know what I think of this. It's interesting. Playmobil does some pretty cool stuff, so I'm not really going to make fun of that. I don't really make fun of stuff, honestly enough, because I know if someone's a fan of it, I do my very best to try to see the thing as they do. So if you've been to my channel before, you know that I don't really, like, I'm not really into Pokemon or Pokemon. So I'm not really going to know the names of stuff. I don't really know the characters, but what I will do is I will try to familiarize myself just by opening up a pack of these things. Now I'm not a reseller. Uh, that's not my thing. So I end up just giving the stuff away after, which is just fine for me to do. So I don't really know if it's valuable or not. Now, in a way, I kind of liked a little bit of the lines in the hair here, but I'm okay with letting them kind of smooth out and blend together a little bit. Not a 3 o'clock shadow, but just a slight shadowing. Now, some part of that leg, I don't know if I like that very much just because. Just because. Well, 25 minutes into that for this, not my favorite thing, but it's interesting. And I enjoyed my little treat, so I'm not ruined by that. What I may do is I may think about this, and then maybe a little later on today I might kind of come back and flip this whole page upside down and then try something else with that as a character, and maybe just have this doing something else. But I don't want to research it. I just want to think about it and maybe come up with something. Let me check something else here with this. Skin tone of the face doesn't really match what's going on with the hands perfectly. Maybe it's because I'm wearing amber glasses. Oh no, they don't really seem to match, but I think I can get over that. Um, I'm going to throw a little bit of this on there, I think. I'll add some sort of like pinkish brown. It's too bad this thing doesn't have a nose. Really can center out a face. Maybe I'll leave this just like that. Okay. This almost looks like Han Solo and Carbonite, but not quite if the hands were up, you know. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to think of this. I set this aside in a way that I wasn't looking at it, but as you can see, the hair kind of triangulates out a little bit. And look at that helmet of hair on that. And this, again, I don't know what that's for. I almost feel like there's something that's supposed to slide down through that and through the back here. And maybe it helps to keep the entire thing together, but like I don't know if that's, yeah, I have no idea what that is. And as I said, I could look that up, but as for now, I'm not going to. I'm going to think about this a little bit, and maybe I'll revisit this after, and maybe, yeah, well, maybe it'll be something else. So anyway, thanks for hanging out. Hopefully we'll run into each other again. All right, ciao for now.